Hi, we're back, and now we're going to do part two of the technology module. Right now we're going to be looking at standards. I have two sets of standards for you. The International Society for Technology and Education standards, and then I have the California Education Technology Blueprint. I'm just going to briefly talk about the difference between these two. These are the accepted global standards. So you can see it's about empowering the learner, making everyone a digital citizen, knowledge construction, innovative design, computational thinking, creative communication, and of course being a global collaborator. Whereas in the California Education Technology Blueprint, we really focus on learning, teaching, assessment, and infrastructure. These are more goals about what the state of California would love to see in schools. So you can go ahead and review that. Go ahead and hit pause if you'd like to and review that. I will take my lovely photo off of here. And so if you want to hit pause, and actually I'll make it a little bit bigger. If you want to hit pause and take a look, then you can go through and read about those. And for those of you who are ready to move on now, I want to show you this resource, which is the ISTE website. You can link on this using your critical reflection activity. There's the link there, and it's also on the Blackboard website. So once you get here, you can see that they have education technology standards to transform learning and teaching. I like right here how they've got actually the standards for the students, educators, administrators, computer science educators, and coaches. We're going to start out by going to the educators. And here we go. We've got the learner, the leader, the citizen, the collaborator, the designer, the facilitator, and the analyst. And for each one of these, then they go through and they give you different indicators. So I want you right now to pick one of those and go through and read about what the standard is and what the indicators are. And then I want you to, in your critical reflection activity, I want you to write about how you will implement that into your classroom. I'll give you a second. And okay, next I want you to go back up, and then I want you to hit the standards for students. There's a great video if you want to watch it right here. But you can now see we've got these 7 indicators that I mentioned before, and I want you to, or standards that I mentioned before, and I want you to go to the indicators, go through and read those, and then tell me how you will implement those into your classroom. So here are both of those questions. So go to the website and then answer these 2 questions. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about technology in the classroom. I love this quote. A worksheet is still a worksheet even if it's stored on Google Drive. I see that as being one of the biggest things that is happening in education. We think that we're moving into the technology age because we have everything on our Google Classroom, or we've created attachments or modules, but really if it's something that someone could do on pen and paper, then it might not be a bad idea to have them do it on pen and paper. So one of the things that Linda Darling Hammond asked in 2016 was, how can we effectively use technology in the classroom? And her answer was that we need learning to be interactive. So we need to provide opportunities for students to give responses and communicate and dialogue online. We need to have technology be used as a way to explore, design, and create. Going to the websites where it's just drill and kill, so you go through and you practice basically flashcards online, is not the best use of technology. And so we need to find ways that students can really work outside of traditional boundaries to really learn and create opportunities for this type of growth and application. I want to bring you back to the UDL module that we watched, and remember really using multiple means of representation, of assessment, All of these things really fall in line with the technology. And then I love this, the balance of teachers and technology. So technology shouldn't be replacing the teacher should be supporting the technology within the classroom. So how can we do this? I love this idea of innovating or digitizing. So what is blended learning? Blended learning is when you have online, individual, and face-to-face content, and you have online, individual, and face-to-face instruction. So you're bringing those two pieces together. Multiple avenues to access the content. So it shouldn't just be I've handed you a piece of paper, but you can, download that piece of paper online. You can maybe do the research for yourself, that type of thing. Maybe you read the textbook and then you go and watch a video, and maybe you make a video of what you've learned. Use strategies for using video and audio to scaffold independent learning. So I think that's self-explanatory. Opportunities to adapt instruction based on real-time data. So as I am getting your responses to the modules that I've done before, I actually do my best to kind of pull together and answer those questions and figure out how I can make the next lesson or time that we meet meaningful, and I always take some time to address whatever gaps there might be in. So in real-time data, I don't wait till the end of the semester or next semester to integrate these ideas into the curriculum, but I try to do it immediately. And then also change to engage in a more meaningful face-to-face conversation. So this is why we do these online modules. Oftentimes before class I will have you go through one of them, and then when we get to class we can actually start applying and discussing these ideas. And hopefully that increases the amount of participation and also engagement when we are together. As I mentioned before, here is the UDL, and you remember this from the UDL module, but we've got multiple means of engagement, representation, action, and expression, and there's a lot of different ways to do this. I won't go over this because it is in your other module, but really just giving your learners and yourself an opportunity to do things in a different way. So next, I'm going to have you choose a TED Talk. And one of the reasons why I'm having you choose your own TED Talk is that both of these are excellent talks, but also one of the things that we often that is helpful for our learners is to actually give them choice. Let them choose what angle they'll be looking at of a certain topic, and then when they come together, they can actually talk about the different videos that they watched, and then also it gives you an opportunity, if you want to go above and beyond, so you could essentially watch both videos. But I want to know, after you watch these videos, so you're going to tell me which one you chose, and then you're going to tell me how will this information from the talk inform your teaching.